Hello, my name is Makaman, and today I'm going to talk you through an England squad, but it's not the England squad you're thinking of the 2022 World Cup. So, in preparation for the England squad to get announced, I've come up with my own alternate England squad of a one cap squad. Now, to qualify for this 23-man squad, you have to have one full England international cap under your belt for the senior team, obviously. Now, Mason Greenwood will be omitted from this list because you know why. So, without further delay, let's get this underway. So, your three goalkeepers. For the one caps, I've picked Dean Henderson. So, the former Man United goalkeeper who's now on loan at Nottingham Forest. He makes it on the list. Currently playing well. Forest is number one goalkeeper. He has one England cap recently, so he goes that. Next, we've got Alex Stepney. This is a man who you don't know. One man was the goalkeeper that was part of Matt Busby's Manchester United 1968 European Cup winning side. Won the league in 1967 with United as well. Was overlooked for England a lot because obviously you had Gordon Banks, Peter Bonetti, and Ray Springett to contend with. But, Stepney still was thought of under Alf Ramsey, but he was just only had one cap to his name. And your third goalkeeper is Chris Kirkland. Toss up between him and John Ruddy. I've gone for Kirkland. Chris Kirk. Not much to say about Kirkland's career. He's had a decent enough career for him. He's just third goalie. Sit in the stands, whatever. Now your 8 defenders for this. The first defender, Bill Fawkes. This is a man from St Helens, playing for Wiston Boys Club when United spotted him all the way back in the 1950s. Was integral in United's part of European Cup and Premier and top division winning side of the 60s. He makes it on the list as well. Next we have Ryan Shawcross, the centre half who was also from the United Academy, and then went on to play for Stoke, amassing a good games for the club, sticking with them in relegation. And then he went on to play in the MLS for Inter Miami. Next, David Unsworth. This is a man who has got the Everton gig a few times as caretaker in between managers as well, so he makes on the list as well. Stephen Corker, he has one cap, one goal for England, but has officially renounced his British passport in a way and gone and declared for Sierra Leone, another country he qualifies for due to the lack of recognition from England. Next we have Neil Razor Ruddock. He gets into this list as well. Next, Lewis Dunk, the Brighton born and bred centre half. He has one England cap, came under Gareth Southgate. Not much else is said about him. He's hardly going to make the squad right now. Next, we have Anthony Gardner, a man who played for Bolton when Bolton were in the Premier League. Not much else in there. And the last defender is Michael Ball, the former Man City defender. Has one England cap to his name. Not much else to say. Now we move on to the 8 midfielders. Your first one is James Maddison. James Maddison has been in the news recently how he's not getting more England caps. He only has one to his name so far. Has been a bit in and out with England duty and all that. He made the headlines once for being at a casino when he should have been ill or injured, so that definitely didn't help his England chances in the long run. Next we have Alan Thompson. This is a man who played for Celtic back in Scotland, obviously played in England as well. Was overlooked a few times for a couple of tournaments. He only has one solitary cap with the Three Lions to his name. Next we have Andy Gray, the former Sky Sports News presenter. Also won the league with Everton all the way back in the 1980s. In 85 it was. An Everton good man and legend, whatever. Next we move on to Mike Phelan. He was at Man United. Was number 2 under Sir Alex Ferguson for a few seasons as well. Only one England cap to his name. He actually played under Ferguson as well when he first came into the club. Next we have Lee Bowyer. Lee Bowyer is probably more famous for that pitch tussle he had with Kieran Dyer when Newcastle were beaten 3-0 at home to Aston Villa back in 2005. But Bowyer was more than that. Yes, he also played for Leeds United and then left after their financial meltdown, joined Newcastle, had a half-decent career. He's now a manager, last managed at Charlton Athletic, and of course, had that tussle up, whatever. Next we move to Lee Hendry, the one-cap wonder of Lee Hendry, who played for Aston Villa when they were in the Premier League. Now he's a Sky Sports News pundit, I guess, as he's on Soccer Saturday a lot. He's probably on it right now as we speak, as it's on now and everything. But whatever. Next we move on to David Dunn. David Dunn, the former Blackburn man, he's a Blackburn legend, I guess. One England cap to his name. Obviously, he wasn't getting in the England team when England were in their so-called golden generation thing. Next, we have Lewis Cook. This is a man who won an international tournament with England. He won the FIFA Under-20 World Cup back in 2017 under the management of Paul Simpson, along with certain players, for instance, like also with Dominic Calvert-Lewin and a couple of other players as well. And Cook still only has one England cap to his name. He's currently in the Premier League, playing for Bournemouth, came through the Leeds United Academy. So, yeah, not much there. And then you move on to your four forwards. So the first forward is Chris Sutton. Get the elephant out of the room quickly. We know Chris Sutton wasn't really good enough for England in a million years, considering we had Alan Shearer, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen coming through, Teddy Sheringham, all better players than Sutton. He has that cap, mainly got 11 minutes against Cameroon in the friendly, and also mainly, he's snubbed England B when Glenn Hoddle wanted him to try out there. He said basically stick it up your ass, and as he wanted to play for the senior team, former Premier League winner with Blackburn Rovers, only retired from football with one England cap to his name. Next we have Alan Sunderland. This man, contrary to his name, did not play for Sunderland. He played for Arsenal and was part of some good Arsenal teams under George Graham. Next we move on to Francis Jeffers. He is one of the highest scoring guys for England's under-21 team and only has one solitary England cap, mainly due to the fact that he had a bit of a decent but mad career. He did well with Everton, bursting onto the scene, which got his transfer to Arsenal. He flopped there, and that was it. That was basically the end of his career. And then last but not least, it was a toss-up. I'm going giving it to Michael Ricketts. Not much is mainly need to say on this guy. Played in the Premier League in the mid-2000s, I believe. So not much else in there. Obviously, so that's it. That's my 23-man England squad. And if you want to know the manager, let's just go for Big Sam. He's the only England manager to have a 100% winning record. Yes, it was one game, but still gets a 100% winning record. Big Sam is the manager and all that. So, yeah, that's my 23-man England squad that only has one cap to the name. Obviously, that could be subject to change with the modern-based players. They could still get more caps, and they would be omitted from the list. This will not be updated. This is just the official one that I'm putting out in there. And yeah, so if you like this video, please hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All links will be in the description below. Comment who you think I missed out for one England cap, or who would you put in their place. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.